Everyone, before we go into today's update and play the intro, I want to give you a quick overview of what to expect. We're going to go over the XRP use case and the adoption for XRP as of today. We're going to go over the technical analysis on XRP, and we're going to discuss the 413 level and how we could possibly be pushing out here to end the weekend, or at least into this Saturday morning, with the futures trading is closed. It's a thinly traded weekend. We have an opportunity right now to push up if we can get a little bit of broader support by the bulls, follow the market trend right now, and possibly push up to that 446 level. So we're going to discuss that, look at the Bitcoin chart, and also get into some use case and adoption for XRP. If you've been dying to learn about XRP outside of the charts, sit back, relax, and this will give you a better idea of why so many are choosing to invest in XRP now, and why it's so incredibly cheap that you need to keep your eye on XRP in this bear market. See you on the other side of the intro. I think it's cool. Okay. Good morning. 8:52 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Saturday, February 4th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So as you've seen in the opening, we're going to get into some of the XRP use case and adoption. But first, we need to take a look at the charts as the total crypto market cap is over 1.04 trillion. We've got Bitcoin moving up slightly this morning. We've got XRP coming up to a very critical downtrending resistance that it's been rejected roughly 7 times in the last 8 days at around that 413 level where it's at now on the downtrending resistance. So we'll also get into that. So first things, let's see. The total crypto market cap is at 1.04 trillion. 1.04 trillion. We have so far held this area, and we talked about it, unless we broke down from here and broke down from this area, this pattern was still very bullish, and it didn't take this route to get rejected. So that's the bearish route to create the head and shoulders. It actually pulled up, and now it used support here on this 994 billion, which was the ultimate level of support or resistance. It's a major pivot level on this downtrend. It's a multi-year downtrend line, and now we finally popped over the top of it. So now does that give us the strength to get up to 1.139 trillion? That's what we're going to be watching. But if this is just a left shoulder, it's got plenty of room to come up to 1.13. And what you would most likely see is, now that it held that, you'd get a bounce up, would be how it would end up looking. Or you can even get these where it bounces down and then comes back up. But for all intents and purposes, this came up, made a shoulder, held, came up, and now it looks like it wants to come up and create something like this. But we can't know unless it could be a fake out and come back down, but only time will tell the rest of the weekend. But it certainly looks like it didn't take the bearish route as of now, and it pulled up as we expected this weekend. You have a nice cup and handle here that's formed, and we stayed on the bullish side of it. So cup and handle, created the handle. Now if we push out, that's very bullish, at least in the immediate short term, so we have to pay attention to that. That's why this weekend we talked about how there could be possible pumps. We already had the fake out to the downside to start the weekend. And now it becomes a little trickier as XRP, well, let's look at Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin sits at 23,492. We're above the multi-year trend line. That's this downtrending resistance, but we're firmly within the ascending triangle. So we haven't broke out yet. We are trying to stay on top of the 200-day at 23,440, but we need to break this downtrending resistance at 23,800 to ultimately push up near the 25,000, and ultimately, you could push all the way up to 28, but I'm looking at the 25,800 area. If you get in here, 25,800, and ultimately the extension over the top at 26,400. That's if Bitcoin maintains its little bit of a bullish push to end this weekend. We still got all day today, most of the day tomorrow with the futures closed. So if we're going to make a move, Saturdays are typically the day going into Sunday. This is what we were talking about on XRP. We have this ascending triangle breakout. If we can push past. We've already had rejections, and we'll go over it real quick. 1, 2 in this area. 3, 4, 5. This would be the 6th real attempt. We've already had micro attempts. micro attempts in there too. But if you want to talk about main attempts, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be the sixth main attempt if it gets rejected here, as you've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if this downtrending resistance gets rejected, this is your attempt where you can actually break out. We need some help from the bulls to push out, hold this support, and ultimately push up into here, which is where I believe would be a very strong possibility, which would be that broken bull flag. And that would be where I would love to see, we had a bull flag going up, created a bear flag going down, and I would love to get a confirmation on this bear flag. That's what I'm looking for out of this pattern formation, and that's what I'm looking for out of a further rejection. And that's the overall pattern that we're forming right now. That we're in, we've been forming, and we just can't avoid. A quick shifting gears here just quickly. I want to take a little look at the XRP adoption and use case real quick. And then we'll end this video with a closing. So just a little info for everybody about the adoption and use case in the USA. Or not USA, but for XRP in general. So here's some good information for you. So cross-border payments. XRP is being used as a bridge currency for cross-border transactions, reducing the need for intermediaries and speeding up the process. Digital wallets and exchanges. XRP can be stored in digital wallets and traded on cryptocurrency exchanges, making it easily accessible to a large number of users. Remittances. XRP has been used to send remittances or cross-border payments with low transaction fees and fast processing times. The partnerships for XRP. XRP has formed partnerships with financial institutions, money transfer companies, and other organizations to increase its adoption and usage. And then use cases. This is very important because we don't hear a lot about the gaming and e-commerce side of it, but use cases in gaming and e-commerce and under other industries. XRP is being used in various industries such as gaming, e-commerce, as a means of payment or for other financial transactions. That's just a little idea of some of the stuff XRP's done as far as adoption and for use cases. A lot of subsections that a lot of people really don't talk about with XRP. It's all about cross-border payments and sending money from here or there. But they are getting into the virtual world in gaming. I mean, it's just like Zaliqua, RippleNet, and Ripple is trying to, with the XRP ledger, trying to get into that side. They had a few issues in the past, but nothing more than any other company. So there's a lot to be excited about for XRP. It's not just all the immediate short-term charts. All XRP's at 412. It's never going to break out to $50 or $100. No, there's sections, there's subsections, there's things we have to do to get to our ultimate goal. And a lot of people won't be there in the end. I keep telling everybody that. This is a big mind fuck for everybody. Your mental status is going to be, I don't want XRP. It's going to take 4 more years for it to do what it needs to do. 2026, are you kidding me? Same things we talked about in 2021. But now that we're pushing through 2023 and this bear market is becoming very apparent and clear, a lot of people are losing their nerve. And I've been getting comments the last few days. I'm done with XRP. I'm transitioning to something. What are you going to transition to? A bear market's a bear market. If XRP's not going 1,000%, nothing else is. Unless you get a small market cap coin that is legit a pump and dump, you're not going anywhere. And bear markets, we have room. Sure, you could run 100 or 200%. But a very strong example is one that I've been covering, and I have another channel, the Sheena New Protocol, and I covered this very hard for everybody, and I said this is going to be a hard lesson of a pump and dump. This went all the way up from the 3/10 when I bought it. All the way up here, this thing did a 6x, and Riz is the reason I'm in it. I talk about this, but this is a perfect example of a pump and dump. We've gone all the way up to 20, and now we've cut 50% in a matter of what? In a matter of what? 2 days or 3 days, you've lost 50% of that pump. That's a classic pump and dump, and it's going to get worse before it gets better. That's what's going on in this crypto market. So yeah, that had a 700% pump in a month and a half. It's already lost 350% of it in 3 days. It's going to lose the other 350% probably in the next 6 days. But that's what happens in bear market rallies. And you get coins like that have less of a following. Shiba Inu is a meme coin that wants to gain the heart and trust of Shiba Inu. But even after a big pump like that, look how quickly it comes down. That's what's happening all across these markets. So if you're looking at XRP, we're still looking for that parabolic push, but we have to figure out if this is a head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, possible right shoulder, but that's if you get rejected on this downtrending resistance. If you break out, you're coming up here. I'd have no doubt you're going to push past the 432 if you break out of here and actually push the 446. That's what I believe if we break up. If we break down, we've got the 382, the 371, and the 355 underneath. And if you break the 355, that's where you break that major uptrending support. And then the 335 and 342 is very clear. And we would go from there. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you gained anything out of this update, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that like button when these videos start, because it really does help push me through the analytics quicker. And then if you want to join me on the exchanges I use, there's BitGet and MEXC in the video description below. MEXC, you don't need a VPN in the USA. Both sites have XRP, but BitGet, you need a VPN if you're a new user. Old users, you're fine. And if you want to join Tom's Army, a link's in the video description below. Hashtag be better, do better.